welcome to the court of the Edijester once again, good people. Continuing our theme from yesterday, as you were aware, I looked at the ridiculous clowns at the BMA. Now, what we have for you here today is news from the Americas. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's and all that, right? So, hello, USA. Great to see some news from across the pond, though this is from June 19th, 2025, and I dug it up when I came across the new information about the harm to children and on the back of what's happened at the BMA. So, new evidence on the dangers of child sex changes. I wish they wouldn't call it that. It's a pointless thing. This is by Dr. Roy Epen. There he is, with his smiley face. They are part of an organisation called Do No Harm, and they also produce a regular podcast, so you can see him there. So, new evidence on the dangers of child sex change. Oh, while I'm at it, if you can help out, please do subscribe to my Substack, buy me a coffee, or better still, sign up to become a warrior teacher in October. That would be the best thing. Come and have a chat. I'll see you later. Okay, let's go. New evidence of the dangers of child sex changes. Thursday, the June 19th, 2025. Opinion. The Supreme Court rightly ruled Wednesday that states can protect children from sex change treatments. The justices not only upheld the Constitution, but also sided with the science that shows children are in danger. Now, this is interesting. You may remember, going back to June, that there was the Scameti case that essentially said if states want to ban this trans danger, they can ban it for children. Let's hope that they move soon to ban it for everyone, but we shall see. The evidence, the medical evidence, it says, says Roy, is abundantly clear that there is no benefit and tremendous harm from subjecting children to these irreversible and invasive medical interventions. In the past month alone, two big developments have further proved that no child should ever be pushed down the transgender road. The first major news is a groundbreaking study that I brought to you the other day that looks at the effects of cross-sex hormones on boys who are trying to become girls. Something they can't do is impossible. The study was published in Discover Mental Health, and one of the authors, Dr. Lauren Schwartz, is a colleague of mine at Do No Harm. Their conclusion is as powerful as it is painful. These biological boys are in for a lifetime of hurt. Consider what happens when these boys are administered hormones to repress their masculine development and give them female sex characteristics such as breasts. It doesn't just give them boobs. These boys are 5 times more likely to develop blood clots, 10 times more likely to have a stroke. One study shows they are 26 more times likely to develop cancer and testicular cancer. Another study shows they are more than 40 times more likely to develop breast cancer. That's just the start, let alone the social damage. If only the damage to their bodies ended there, these boys are also at high risk of infertility, which is permanent, cognitive decline, and autoimmune diseases. Many of these risks increase over time, so the longer the boy lives, the more likely they are to suffer from entirely preventable medical conditions. However, they may not live that long at all. The most horrific finding is that these boys have an 80% higher mortality risk. Trans is literally killing gay people. A sex change quite literally endangers their life. The danger isn't just to boys. Girls who undergo sex change treatments can also suffer from lifelong complications. Then there's the second big development from the past month. One of the leading pro-transgender activists in America, Dr. Johanna Olson Kennedy, released the results of a trial she'd been conducting on gender-confused children since 2015. So that's 10 years. All on the taxpayer's dime. 10 years it's been ongoing. This matters because she refused to disclose her findings in the fall, arguing that people would take them out of context and hurt transgender children. Never mind that American taxpayers spent millions of dollars funding her work. Now we know why Dr. Olson Kennedy was afraid. She gave puberty blockers to children as young as 8 on the assumption that the drugs would help them, but the drugs didn't improve the children's mental health at all. The children experienced no meaningful change in their depression, symptoms, emotional health, and other indicators of mental stability. In other words, the foundational treatment in a child sex change didn't make children better off. This matters because the entire argument for child sex changes is that children need to be happy and that without these treatments, they are more likely to commit suicide. Common sense says otherwise. And even the studies created by transgender activists also disagree. Meanwhile, Dr. Olson Kennedy's hospital has stopped providing sex change treatments to children, and the doctor herself is being sued by a former patient who tried to change her gender starting at age 12. I want these people in jail. I want these people and their supporters and the people that ran the organisations that supported them, I want them in jail. I want McCarthy-type hearings. Are you or were you ever a member of the LGBTQ hands, knees and bum-to-daisy community? On advice of lawyer, I refuse to speak. That's what I want. I want them dragged before the courts, and then I want them imprisoned or sued into oblivion. That's what I want. There's a better way to help these children. Boys and girls who think they are transgender have proved to be more likely to struggle with depression, anxiety, autism, and other mental and physiological issues. Addressing these comorbidities, not so-called sex changes, should be the first treatment. Psychotherapy is the truly ethical medical treatment, as European countries have realised and mandated over the past few years. It can help children come to grips with who they really are. On that note, studies show that the overwhelming majority of these children would stick to their biological genders as adults. Child sex treatments take away that option forever. Yet powerful associations such as the Endocrine Society and the American Academy of Pediatrics stubbornly refuse to put child safety over transgender ideology. The science is becoming clearer by the day. Sex change treatment should never be given to children. The Supreme Court has given the states the green light to protect children. Now every state and the federal government should take steps to keep children safe from radical activism masquerading as a medicine. Dr. Roy Epen, he's a practicing endocrinologist and is a senior fellow at Do No Harm. Doc, thank you so much for this. It reiterates what we've all known all along, and we didn't need the Cass report. We didn't need to study the entire edifice of trans, LGBTQ, EDI, DEI, and everything else that comes with it. Has damaged children. We have hurt children as a society. I want my justice. I want their justice. I want to see every organisation and every individual that was part of this brought to book. Every single one. And I want the end to this nonsense. Full stop. End it. That's what I say. But then you can let me know in the tweets. You can let me know in the tubers what you think. I'm just a blowhard. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.